Welcome back, guys, to another video. This is Karan Singh with Optimal Homes, and we are in the month of March 2020. Can't believe it, the year is just pacing by. It's March Madness month, and there's a lot of madness going on in the real estate industry as well. So in today's video, we're going to be looking at the market report for detached homes, single-family homes that have sold in Hayward in the month of February, and comparing them to the homes that had sold the month of February 2020, the year prior. And we would make some conclusions off that to see where the market is headed. And if you are a first-time buyer, this is a video you definitely want to check out. But before I get there, I had made some assumptions on my forecast for 2021 that it would be a very bullish year and we would see prices to rise on a monthly basis, but we were unsure about the inventory. Well, I have some good news for you, but let's go on the board first. So we're going to be looking at comparing the 2 months like I just mentioned. So if you look here, numbers sold in February 2020 last year in Hayward, 49. This year, 53. Great sign there. We're definitely starting to see inventory come back in the market, almost an 8% jump there. And remember, like I had mentioned, these are single family homes only. We're not including condos and townhomes in this report. Going down, you have the average sales price. Pretty astounding there. So last year, average sales price was $749,000. Yes, guys, and this year, average sales price is $229,000, almost a 24% jump on the average sales price. I will be getting into more of that in a bit, but let's just go over the numbers right now. Days on market, last year, if you put your home on the market, took you on an average 38 days to sell your house. This year, homes are selling in about 15 days, almost half the time that it took last year. There's a lot of reasons for that. Like I had mentioned in my previous video, there's a frenzy going on. Home ownership is more important than ever. Lot of bidding happening, so people are competing. When you're competing, you're gonna have people coming in with very aggressive offers, fast closes, and that's what you're really seeing happening here. Last year at this time, it was still sort of considered a seller's market, but this year it's an aggressive seller's market, and that's what you're seeing happening with the days on market. Moving down, you have year-to-date sold. Last year, same time, 107 units had sold after 2 months had passed. This year, at this time, in January and February, 118 units have sold. So that is a great sign, guys. Great sign in the sense that sellers are starting to have more confidence in the selling market, in the real estate market, and they're bringing more homes on the market. And also vaccinations are happening and people just have more faith in having, well, we still are not seeing open houses, but people are starting to trust people coming into their homes to see homes. So you're starting to see more listings. So let's look at some year-to-date numbers of what has really sold in the month of January and February of 2021 and sort of compare it to last year. That way it will give you, the buyer, a great idea of what to expect, what kind of home to expect, and what price point. So let's go on the board real quick. So as you look at the numbers here, look at the price range between $600,000 to $700,000. If you were buying last year, you could buy a 3-bedroom house that would probably around 1,400 square feet in this range. This year, that range, you cannot buy that house. In that range, 15 units have sold compared to 38 units in 2020. And 28 units were primarily 3-bedroom homes. All units were selling very close to listing price last year. In some cases, even below. This year, all units sold in this range either had lots of deferred maintenance, were just very small, like around 1,000 square feet, living area, and not in the most desirable neighborhoods. Moving forward to the next price range, the $700,000 to the $800,000 price range. In this range, 32 units sold compared to only 23 last year. That is because has been a price jump here. From homes we saw selling last year in that 600 to 700 range are now selling in this range, which is a 700 and 800 range. That's why you see that jump of units sold in this range. And there were a lot of 2 bedrooms that sold in this range this year and 3 bedrooms. And the average square footage in this range in today's market is around 1,000 square feet. So if you're looking to buy this in 7 to 800 square feet, if you're looking to buy in the 700 to 800 price point, you're looking at about 1,000 square foot of home, living area. Let's move on to the last price rate that I want to highlight today. That's the 800 to 900,000. In this range, 25 units were sold from January 21 to end of February 21, and about 15 units in that range were 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. Average living space in these units were close to 1,500 to 1,600 square feet. There were some 4 bedroom homes that sold in this range, but they probably had some deferred maintenance on those. So last year, if you saw there, only 10 units sold in that range, and majority of them were 4 bedroom homes. And you're not seeing that this year is because we've really had almost a 100,000 price point jump per unit. When I say per unit, those 3 bedroom homes that were selling last year in the 700 to 800 range that were identical, that had that 1,600 square foot area, are now selling in the 800 to 900 range. I hope all that information was insightful. So 3 takeaways for today's video. First of all, like I had mentioned earlier, there's more inventory servicing on the market today. So if you were looking last year and you were having a lot of trouble finding good homes, you're likely to see more inventory surface. But that's not to say that it's not going to be competitive. It's still very competitive because there's just a lot of buyers out there. And if you're looking for a turnkey product and you're looking for a good square footage living area, let's say 1,500 and above, and you want to buy in the city of Hayward, which is probably the most strategic location-wise and economically most feasible anywhere in the Bay, you're gonna have to start your search and set your mind in the price point of 800,000 to 900K. Now, I'm not saying that you're not gonna find something that's around 700 or 730 or even lower, but those homes are gonna probably have lots of deferred maintenance. They're not gonna be in the nicest areas, and the square footage is gonna be smaller. Number 2, if you're a first-time buyer, today is the 5th. I just checked the rates today. If you want to buy in that 800 to 900 range, which is probably the range you're going to find something that you like in more of the bigger home sizes, you could do a 5% down in today's market and still get a 2.875 interest rate and get about maybe some closing cost coverage there with some rebates coming back to you. Now, don't quote me on that. Rates change daily, but I'm hoping they stay the same and the market continues to move as it's moving right now. A good takeaway here is for that, conforming loan limits have gone up. So it used to be around 765, now it's 822. So if you find a house, it's like bidding happens and it goes up to 880 or 890 and you love the place, well, you could still do a 5% down or tad bit more around the 5% range and get a really good deal. Because I'm a firm believer that in today's market, when things are volatile, cash is king. So hang on to your cash and try to see if that 5% down financing works for you. If it doesn't, you always have the option to put more money down. Number 3, if you are a buyer in today's market, get a great team on your side because you're gonna need one. There's just too much competition. You need someone that can add enough influence to the deal. You need a fast close. You just need someone that is active and running and is gonna bring that energy to the table where you can take your game to the next level and actually get an offer accepted. And if you are a seller, yes, it's a great time to be in the market, probably the best time to sell your house, but it's probably not the best time to buy. So if you're looking to downsize or upsize, you may have some trouble there, but the great news is you are the one in the leverage seat. So when you put your home on the market, you're gonna get maximum value for it. But at the same time, in some cases, you may be able to command some rent backs or you could do some negotiations with the buyers. There's so many buyers wanting to buy your house where you can buy some time as you look for the next property. That's it for today, guys. I hope this video was useful to you, practical to you. Go out there and start applying these things and don't hesitate to reach out Again, this is Karan saying with Optimal Homes. Until next time.